final hero I want to tell you a little bit about. Trung Anh Dao now lives 1258 to like 1300. Trung Anh Dao, when he dies, Vietnam is independent and free. Unfortunately, you know that half of Vietnam's history has been dominated directly by the Chinese. And the Chinese managed to come back in and take over Vietnam. And this is in the year approximately in the 1400's. At that point, there are heroes who want to free Vietnam. And one of them is a man named Le Loi. Le Loi, he's almost like King Arthur, because Le Loi wanted to show that he was the one anointed by the heavens to bring freedom again back to Vietnam. And there's this huge lake, Ho Wan Kim, up in Hanoi, and Le Loi is out there in the lake in his boat, and up from the waters rises this huge turtle. By the way, there's supposed to be these turtles still alive. Anyway, rises the huge turtle, and in its mouth it has a sword. And it comes over and gives the sword to Le Loi. And that way, all the people know Le Loi is the guy, right? Okay. Now, Le Loi needs someone to help him, and that's Nguyen Thai, his faithful friend. He's a philosopher, he's a consultant, he knows how to use propaganda, and he also knows how to help people to understand what issues are all about. So, Nguyen Thai helps Le Loi, and Le Loi is able then to defeat the Chinese using guerrilla tactics, using the idea of cutting off their supplies, of cutting off their ships, and eventually the Chinese decide they aren't going to win. Nguyen Thai has them surrounded, Le Loi has them surrounded, so what's the next step? Kill them all, right? Right? Take them all prisoners and kill all these Chinese. Nguyen Thai is not like that, neither is Le Loi. They take them prisoner, they take away all of their weapons, they give them lots of food, and then tell them that's the way home. And so the Chinese soldiers all headed home, having got a lesson not only in warfare, but also a lesson of mercy in government. There's a sad part to Nguyen Thai. He somehow got into a little trouble with the emperor, young emperor. The young emperor fell in love with poor Nguyen Thai's girlfriend. And one day, the emperor, this young emperor, came to Nguyen Thai's house, and they were treating him well. He ate and everything, and I guess he was with the girlfriend. But anyway, when he leaves, he dies suddenly. And poor Nguyen Thai and Nguyen Thai's girlfriend get blamed for it, and they're executed. 20 years later, the Vietnamese government says, sorry, we were wrong, Nguyen Thai never did that. He never poisoned the emperor, neither did his girlfriend. We're sorry for doing that, and his family got back everything except for Nguyen Thai. Kind of hard. All right, last thing to say about Nguyen Thai. Nguyen Thai also had a philosophy of how a military should be run. And here was what he said. He said, specifically, you must subordinate military action to the political and moral struggle. It is better to conquer hearts than forts and citadels. Right? Better to win the hearts of your enemies. So that was Nguyen Thai. He is also a poet. His poetry is, I'm going to read just a few last lines here to show you what a poet he was. My fate naturally has many twists and sharp turns. So in everything I trust in the wisdom of heaven. I still have my tongue. Believe me, I'm able to talk. Even though I'm still poor, and as we know, pathetic. Never to return to my glory, the past flies too quickly, and the time is short. My mother always said that. You always think there'll be time, and then there isn't. But she was Irish. But wandering in this cold room, the night is far too long. I've been reading books for 10 years. I think they have library cards then. So anyway, reading. But I'm poor from clothes to bones, from eating only vegetables and sitting without a cushion. So poor Nguyen Thai did not even have a comfortable chair. But his poetry lives on. You can look it up. And he also has great speeches. You can look those up too. So 4 heroes. First, Trung sisters. Trung sisters. Secondly, Bach Tru, the aunt. Third, Trung Anh Dao, the military leader. And finally, Nguyen Thai. And remember what Nguyen Thai said, better to win people's hearts than to take over their cars, forts, etc. Thank you.